Hi, and welcome everybody to the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com, and like every Wednesday, I'm joined by the iconic one, Mr. Big Al McMordie of BigAl.com. Al, how are you?
Doing great, Ross. How are you today?
Everything's good. Football season off to a good start for me, and I know it's off to a good start for you as well. So fill the folks in a little bit about how you've been doing and what you might have coming up this week.
Sure. Yeah, we're off to a good start. 27-19 this football season, including 10-6 on top-rated plays. In the midst of my 11th straight winning year in the NFL, had a 2-0 week last week in the NFL. I think it's 8-2 for the NFL season. So it's off to a really good start. This week I'll be featuring my NFL Thursday night football game of the month, and then my NCAA total of the month on Saturday.
So that's Big Al from BigAl.com. This guy not only is winning this year, he's a consistent winner in his long and illustrious career. And I would encourage you folks to follow him at BigAl.com. You could find me at rbwins.com. I'm off to a 27-15 start to the football season, combined college football and the NFL. It's good for 64%. I'll certainly take that and try to keep consistent as the year progresses, like we always strive to do. Also, folks, my NFL off to a 13-5 start to the year. That's a pretty good win percentage as well, much better than the 64%. College football, no fluke, very consistent, 14-10 this year, 58% going back to October 30th of last year. 50-36, and you guessed it, that's also 58%. So that's what you call consistency. And again, you could find Big Al's picks at BigAl.com and my picks at rbwins.com. We got 2 college football games going for you on Saturday. We're going to give you free picks on. Before we get to that, folks, real quickly, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please take a second to do so. It costs you absolutely nothing, no strings attached. No hidden agenda. You just tune on and see and hear some of the best handicappers in the country, including Big Al, Doug Upstone from DocSports.com, Jesse Schul from PicksandParleys.net, and SportsMemo.com. And who am I missing? Oh, Sean Higgs from PicksandParleys.net as well. Okay, Al, Michigan and Iowa. Game be played in Iowa City, Michigan, an 11-point road favorite. The question is Michigan going to be able to score enough points to cover? Because Iowa's been pretty damn good defensively. Their offense, anyway, it's all yours, Al.
Right. Yeah, the Hawkeyes do come into this game off back-to-back, straight up and against the spread wins. They've held their last 2 opponents, as you just alluded to, Rutgers and Nevada, to 10 and 0 points, respectively. And for the season, Iowa's giving up just 5.7 points per game. They're also holding their opponents' ground attacks to just 2.2 yards per rush. And I like playing on defensive-minded underdogs with strong rush defenses. And indeed, if you look all the way back to 1980, if you check our database, Ross and I both have this 4D database, the best database in the world. If you look at how teams do going back to 1980 at game 5 forward, if they're installed as an underdog, if they're giving up less than 14 points per game, and they're giving up less than 2.75 yards per rush, they're 122-68 ATS. Wow. If they come into this game off a momentum building win, which of course Iowa is. So that's one reason I really like Iowa plus the 11 points in this contest. I hate going against my alma mater, but the numbers all point toward the black and gold here. And then going back to that 122-68 ATS system, if our underdog is playing at home versus a conference foe, then that 122-68 angle zooms to 21-5 ATS. I wouldn't be surprised if Iowa gets the outright victory on Saturday, but I'll take the 11 points.
Big Al, he likes Iowa as an 11-point home underdog over the nationally ranked Michigan Wolverines. I just hope they could score for you. That's my only. I have no concern with their defense. It's just a matter of how many points is Iowa going to be able to score. I thought that was sort of fishy last week when he played Rutgers And with their anemic offense, they were a 7-point road favorite. And boy, oh boy, that looked too good to be true. And normally when it is, I thought Rutgers was the play, and I steered away from it because it looked too good to be true. And I'm glad I did, Al.
Well, actually, the game that I thought even looked more fishy than that was the one before that against Nevada, when they're favored by, what was it, 24, when they're only getting like 7 points a game on offense, whatever.
Yeah,
I was, yeah. And then of course they blew out Nevada in that game. They shut them out. So
yeah. Nevada's not very good. They're probably there's 31 teams playing FBS football right now, and I'd probably say they're 125 or less, because
right.
They're not a very good football team right now. And in all fairness, they're going through a coaching regime change. And anyway, let's get on to my game. I'm going to take a look at this game between Oregon State and Utah in the Pac-12. You know, Al, Utah's woken up. They lose their season opener 29-26 at Florida in a game they really should have won, and really killed the high expectations right off the bat, because they were a top 10 team at the time, and also one of the favorites, I would say, to reach the college football playoff, in my estimation, anyway, early on. But as you well know, if you lose a game and you're a Pac-12 team, it's very difficult to make it to the playoffs. So what have they done since? Well, they're trying to make a point. They've gone 3-0 straight up in ATS in their last 3 games. They've allowed 10 points or fewer on each occasion. They are coming off a 34-13 win at Arizona State as a 17-point road favorite. And they're going to be facing a Oregon State team coming off their first loss of the season, 17-14 at home against USC. I'm going to go to our 4D handicapping software here, Al, and like you said, it's the world's best. Anytime you get a conference home favorite of between 10 and 35 points, they're coming off a conference away favorite in which they were a favorite of 17 points or greater, like they were in their previous game, and they covered that contest, and they have a win percentage of 700 or better. Right now they're at 3-1, 750, and they're facing a foe off a conference straight up loss. How about 37-8 against the spread since 2000? That's 82.2%. I know a lot of you out there really like this Oregon State team. They're 4-0 against the spread out of the gate, but I think their bubble gets burst here. And I think Utah continues to make a statement, especially against a quality team like Oregon State, to catapult themselves up the standings. Anyway, Al, any final words before we leave?
I would just welcome people to drop by the website, bigal.com. It's not just myself, but there's 20 handicappers at the website. We've got lots of free picks every day, usually about 10 free picks a day. Just go to bigal.com and click on free picks. And then lots of great articles as well, and pretty soon we'll be launching an odds page to boot. So it's a great website to check out.
That's bigal.com. And folks, this guy's been around forever and a day. Sorry, and I've been around forever, minus the day. And anyway, bigal.com, folks, check him out. The guy wins. He wins consistently. And that's across the board in all the mainstream sports, but especially so in college football in the NFL. Again, rbwins.com is my website, and off to a fabulous 27-15 start, college football, NFL combined, 13-5 in the NFL. That's rbwins.com, where I guarantee all my single game and multi-game daily packages. If you don't win, you don't make a profit, you're not going to get your money back, but I will credit your account the exact amount of your purchase price, and you could use that toward any future purchases. Until the next time, for Big Al and Ross Benjamin, good luck, God bless, and take care, folks.